Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, today we're going to go over all things eyeshadow related for beginners. The tools to use, palettes I recommend, how to prep your eye, pretty much I think anything that it's important for a beginner to know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns for me after watching this video, don't forget to leave them down below. Thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you find it informative. I hope you learn a thing or two. If you have a suggestion for me, leave it down below. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, leave them down below for me and I will most certainly get back to you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day wherever you are. Bye! So first, I think what's really important when it comes to eyeshadow application is actually the eyeshadows. You don't have to spend a ton of money to have quality eyeshadows in your collection. I would say the palette that I would most highly recommend for you guys to pick up would be this guy. It's the Tartelette Amazonian Clay Matte Shadow Palette. You get 12 shades in here, varying from very light to very dark. You can create, you know, any look with this palette, daytime, nighttime. It's filthy. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'd say my second favorite palette that I would recommend for beginners is this guy. It's the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's pretty beat up, but that only means obviously that it's very loved and used. These shadows I would say are quite different from the Amazonian Clay palette. These shadows are a lot softer, so you do have to kind of be aware of that when you get into using them. Lastly, these are a very new purchase for me. These are the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. They come in this nifty little container because when you actually pick this up and stick your finger in it, it has the most unique feeling to it that I've ever experienced, and they feel almost wet, kind of like very finely milled wet sands, if that kind of helps. There's this guy. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful shade, and when you put your finger in it, it feels so smooth, so soft. I don't know if this is doing it any kind of justice, but you really have to get your hands on these. They're incredible. I rubbed my finger in the pot maybe 2-3 times, and this is a swatch all on its own. You will not regret that purchase at all. I promise you. 30-day money-back guarantee by me. Alright. Now that we're really close to my face, let's get started. First or second real tip would be to always use a primer. You always want to use some sort of primer on your eyelids. It could be an actual eyeshadow primer. It could be just what I did today and whatever concealer or foundation you use on your face. So today I just used my concealer. I set it with a little bit of translucent powder, but I'm going to go in now with the Amazonian Clay palette. I'm going to go in with the first shade here, that's Free Spirit, on a flat shader brush. I just go in and I set the concealer that I have on my lids with a little bit of that first shade, Free Spirit. The next thing you want to do is pick up a fluffy brush, either a 224 by MAC or something like this from ColourPop, but it's just a fluffy round blending brush, and I just go in to the crease. So my crease, as you can see when I look up, is about here. I actually like to go a little bit higher because I feel like my eye space is a little small. You can kind of feel like where your brow bone is and where like your eye dips in. That's the socket of your eye. I would go in right there and just blend in windshield wiper motions, just like that. I also like to do small circular motions. Softly work that line out. And like I tell everyone, you can never blend enough. You can always underblend, you can never blend enough. Even when you feel like you're done blending, keep blending for at least another 30 seconds. Using the same brush, I'm going to go into the shades Dreamer and Multitasker. They're the darker brown shades in the palette. You want to go a little bit under the first color we did. Kind of concentrate it on the outer corner first. So don't start blending right away. You kind of just want to pack the shadows where you want the color to lay more intensely. Then with the remaining shadow, you want to bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. You want to keep in mind to not go too high to cover the first shadow that we laid down here. That is the key to blending. Don't actually ever stop blending. I'm going to go on with Multitasker, which is like the darkest brown shade in here, and Fashionista, which is the black in the palette. With the darkest shade, you want to concentrate it again on the outer corner, but as you can see, we're kind of creating a little bit of a gradient. So you want to pack it as close as you can to the lash line. I like to pat, but I also like to wiggle to kind of start diffusing those edges to make them nice and soft. And softly move your brush back and forth to kind of fluff out those corners and blend it with the other shadows we already have laid down. Alright, I'm satisfied with the way everything looks. Now for the fun part. I'm going to go in with ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Fluffy. I swirl it around in the product once or twice, and it packs a super powerful, beautiful metallic punch. And just pat it pretty liberally, don't hold back. I just like to go on the very outskirts of where I laid Fluffy down and very lightly blend it out. Right under the brow bone, you want to pop a little bit of a brighter color here to really make everything pop. So at this point, I would finish up the other eye. I would go ahead and do liner and mascara, finish off my face, and we'll come back and kind of wrap things up. Alright, and I'm back. I just very quickly threw on the rest of my face. Don't beat yourself up, be kind to yourself, practice on other people, practice on yourself, try different primers, try different brushes, play with shadows that call to you. Just give it a go, give it a try, and like I said, at the end of the day, it's just makeup, you can wipe it away. It's fun, it's makeup, have fun, enjoy yourself. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks so much for listening to me drone on and on and on. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so I can keep making awesome content for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. Have a great rest of your day, morning, wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Thank you so much, and I will see you later. Alright, see ya.